What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
It's my man Boss, JC on the Boss JC Sports Report. We back at you. Been 3 weeks off because of coverages of All-Star and the Braves, but we back at you with bringing you back to Sports Report. JC, how you feeling, my good brother?
Hey man, life is good, man. I'm blessed, bro. How you doing, boss?
Man, I'm good, bro. I look at the calendar, bro. I can't believe it. September 29th, less than 2 months away, which means Media Day for the Hawks and Grizz, and
crazy.
We back in the grind. Less than 2 months, bro.
Man, it seemed like just yesterday we was doing the end of season, wrap up interviews, man. So, man, it seems like time is just flying by, and like you said, 2 months away now, man. And got some big news about the Grizz, bro.
No doubt. And Jason, let me ask you about the Grizz move. So you move out Desmond Bain, bring in Jaren Jackson Jr., KCP is he got extension. You bring back Ty Jerome in on the room exception. Santi Aldama, 3 years with 30 as a team option. So, what are your thoughts on bringing back Aldama? We didn't know he was gonna come back when we were left at FedEx Forum on the 24th when they got swept. We saw him out there taking pictures out there by himself with his family.
Yeah.
He's back, and
man, you just had to bring up. You just had to bring up the fact they got swept, huh? You had to throw that in there.
I wasn't trying to, bro. It was just the fact of the matter. We was there. We saw it live. But what thoughts on the move the Grizz made with taking Bain out and bringing in and Ty Jerome and KCP to replace Desmond Bain pretty much. Go with Jaren and John. What you got left?
Yeah, it was expected, right? Like we all knew at the end of the season that something had to give, and you figured that Bain was probably the likely target, being the fact that he's a good player, right? But he's never been an all-star, and he did show some inconsistencies this year with his shot, right? So I think it could be a win-win for both sides. I really like what it's going to do for Orlando, but to speak as far as for the Grizzlies side of things, I like the moves. You got the capital with the draft picks, the assets there with the first-round picks. You got a guy in KCP, a proven veteran, wing defender, a guy that, I think is going to be motivated to play much better this year than he did for Orlando. You mentioned Santi Aldama coming back. I think it's key for this team just to maintain that level of solidarity and that familiarity level with this team. Like, what Santi gives you, right? He's consistent. He's a, 14, 15 point a game scorer, 6, 7 rebounds. Can knock down the three ball. Like, you need guys that can hit threes in this league. So to bring him back on a decent contract, was huge, man. And, JJJ got his money as well. With Jai out there in China, about to break his neck
Almost
doing
getting
his
hurt
dunk.
again.
Right. Like that's the biggest fear we have right now. And then, Ty Jerome is a sneaky, nice little pickup also. And really the Grizz may have gotten him on a discount because Ty Jerome didn't play well in that playoff series, with Cleveland. So, the fact that you got him probably for a little bit cheaper than you normally would, a guy, he's kind of like, to me, you know who he is, man? And maybe this is sacrilegious to say. To me, he's kind of like the white Vinny Microwave Johnson. You remember Vinny Microwave Johnson with Detroit?
I do.
Just instant offense off the bench. To me, Ty
Or
Jerome
TJ McConnell.
Yeah. But to me, he's a better scorer than
McConnell.
He's more athletic, of course, than McConnell. But definitely, I get I'm not saying their games are similar, but just that instant offense. A guy when he comes in, he's going to give you 10 points or more, automatic off the bench, man. So. And it seems like he was a Grizz killer, his time in Cleveland. That guy, he never missed. Like, he has best games against us for whatever reason. So, I like what we're doing. Is it enough to get over in a much tougher Western Conference? Probably not. I don't think the Grizz have really improved their standings. Like, I think they're going next year will probably end up being maybe like at best, maybe a 6 seed, at worst, a play-in team there.
No doubt. And, shout out to my homie, assistant coach, Brian played in college since TSU. So I got to have somebody on the staff now and keep us abreast.
You already know.
What's going on at the Finance Forum in Memphis. And
yes,
JC, man, look, man, I tell you what, bro, it's like for me, I just, like you said, the Western Conference is not enough, in my opinion. The Grizzlies will win some games, but who they beat in the first round series? That's the whole thing about it. And I'm looking at the rotation too. Like, what's happening? Like how you've been doing, you got Ty Jerome. So you put them both in the backcourt off the bench at the same time? Or you only play one of them at the same time? That's my question about the guard rotation now is like, how do you put the minutes behind Ja Morant where you got Jerome and Pippen? And I don't know if because of politics, you play Jerome over Pippen and lose his development. He's shown you over the past year. So that's a question for East Low and the staff was, but like, how do you split them backup minutes behind Ja Morant between Pippen,
to me,
and Jerome?
I think that's why you pay Tomas Isolo. That's why you're paying them the money that you're paying them to figure those things out. But if I was Isolo, I would consider maybe playing Ja and Sky together. You know what I'm saying? Playing them together at some point and moving KCP to the 3. KCP at the 3, Jaren at the 4, and Zach at the 5. That's not a bad lineup when you think about it.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's just two smaller guards in the backcourt at the same time, but that happens anyway.
Yeah, but exactly. And then, depending on who you're matching up with, that may work in your favor, and some nights it may not. But, I don't think it's going to be much of an issue at all trying to figure out the rotation and figure out the minutes. You got a guy like, say, Mr. Ty Jerome. He's not going to put a bunch of a fuss about starting or anything like that. He's going to be cool with the minutes he get. KCP, like I said, I think if you start him, at the 2 or the 3, different times throughout the season, like I said, I don't think it's going to be much of an issue at all, really.
Yeah, because I'm thinking you go Ja Morant, Jalen Wells, KCP, Jaren Jackson Jr.,
exactly,
Zach Edey, come off the bench with Aldama, Pippen Jr., Jerome, and I guess the 4, Gigi Jackson and Vince Williams. I guess the 10-man rotation.
Yeah, and what's my man? They picked up from Phoenix. Not Phoenix. They picked up from Houston. Jake Landale.
I think he'd be more the third big maybe.
Yeah,
and you play Aldama as the backup 5.
Yeah. And like I said, of course, don't let me forget about Jalen Wells and things he's going to bring next year. He's stronger. I've seen him, he's stronger now, man. I think he's going to have a very, very good second year. He had a great first year as well. All right, got a surprise for you. Watch out for the rookie they just picked up. PJ Hall, the boy from Clemson. He was killing it in the summer league. Of course, he's going to start out down there in South Haven. with the G League team. But if he does well down there, hey, man, look for that guy to possibly play some minutes next year, bro.
No doubt. We'll keep an eye on it. But, JC, we're going to hit this right here, man. News came out that the Grizzlies are not going to be playing on MLK. And I have some context about that because if you remember last season, the Hawks, including MLK, sent the Hawks to New York because of the now championship game, college football was in Atlanta, which I think is still a poor excuse because you can start playing the game at 1 o'clock and they may be out your way. So I think that's a cop-out. But now the NBA is sending Memphis and Orlando to play in Europe over the MLK holiday, which is killing the Grizzlies two ways because took away the bang and return game by being against the Magic, and you took him away on MLK Day, the city of where he got killed at. And so I don't know what's going on in the NBA office, but they're not thinking about their teams because you cost the Grizzlies 2 almost sellout games by sending them to Europe against players to Orlando during that time of the year.
Yeah, but I'm kind of torn on it because I was trying to rack my mind as far as like, was this the first time ever that this has happened? But it's not. The Grizz didn't play on MLK Day in 2017, so this is the second time that they won't play on that day. I'm torn as far as like thinking, it sucks that of course. The return game of Desmond Bain, that would have been huge, man. Especially on MLK Day, you're going to have to sell out anyway, but just to anticipate his return would have been big time. It would have been major. But at the same time, knowing that this is not the first time this has happened. Like, I guess maybe the Grizz are so terrible then, like, I didn't even realize that they didn't play back in 2017. But, I think, okay, so if here's the compromise. You should still, like, do something. I think in the forum that day, right? Still do something because with the game over in London or wherever, the time is going to be crazy anyway. So if you could still do like an MLK, like how they do the symposium where they bring in the legends of the game, you can still do that. You can still do that, man. And I would even think about if I was the Grizzlies, make it even like a concert. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a gospel concert, bring in some big gospel names. And you can still pack the house with that, have a symposium, do the MLK honors, and have a gospel concert, man.
Yeah, they could do that, So we'll see if the Hawks play MLK that day this year because there's no excuse now because their championship game ain't gonna be in Atlanta next MLK Day. But I do feel like they could have played the Hawks game at noon or 1 o'clock and got out of the way for 8:30 at night. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think that was a cop out, to be honest with you.
I feel you, bro.
It would have been out of the way if you played the game at 1.
Yeah.
So, but they sent them to the Garden last year for that. You know what, JC, man, I was thinking about this too. I don't know how you feel about it. I think I like the City Edition gear of like the Hawks and the Grizzlies and the Braves more than the original edition gear. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hawks stuff, I don't really care about it as its natural form. Same with the Grizzlies. I like the Vancouver. I like the Memphis Sound look. But the Braves, I love the Braves City Edition look I like as well. But the traditional look it don't wear on me. It's not like I don't like it no more. So what are the thoughts on the City Editions of these teams and how sometimes the gear kind of is more cooler than the standard gear you see every night that they will wear, which would be their primary colors?
Yeah. To talk about the Hawks, I didn't what was the the blue?
Yeah, the fly edition.
Yeah. Not a fan, man. I feel like the Hawks is just go back to the old school Dominique Wilkins. You know what I'm saying? Hawks jerseys, man.
The big old Hawk.
Yeah, and the Hawks across the chest, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not the Dikembe Mutombo joints, but
are you talking about the John Contact, old school?
Yeah, maybe
the Pac-Man Hawk look.
Right, maybe an iteration of those jerseys. And with the Grizzlies, man, I think, truth be told, the Grizz, low key, I think have some of the best uniforms and also alternate and retro uniforms in the game, man. Because it's so many different colors, and of course, going on last year with the 30-year celebration of Vancouver Grizzlies. The old Vancouver throwbacks, man. So I think those are like top 5 in the game, maybe top 3, man.
Yeah, the Vancouver said, the Memphis said, and you know what? I feel like they felt last year. They should have did a court for the sounds look when it wasn't red.
Yeah.
Rather than put it on the actual they should have did a court for the sounds.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
That would have been dope if you had the red court out there rather than just the regular old Grizzly court out there with them.
That would have been hard. Yeah.
So
I can see that.
And I'm gonna tell you what the Hawks did though. The Hawks made the home version of the black jersey in 24. So the white you saw last year was the home jersey of the black when they wore in 23-24 to avoid, watch this, doing a new court. Saving money, bro.
Yeah, man. But I'm big. I told you. I'm big on the Hawks this year, man. I think they're gonna do well, bro. I really do.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, like, if everybody stay healthy, like, they got a nice little squad. They really had one of the low-key best, like, summer acquisitions of any team, man, of all the players they picked up. I think the Hawks won. They won the summer, man.
I just look at it like this. We got the Timberwolves 8th player, a guy y'all weren't even playing in the playoffs, and a dude that was sickly all in Boston. And I'm like, it sounds good on paper. In reality, what is this? The 8th dude from the team, it really wasn't that good in Minnesota. It was kind of a fluke. And then you got dude that wasn't playing for y'all at all.
Yeah.
The dude that was sickly.
But I think once you add those pieces, right, and you already know what you got in Elder Barge, Trey DeBarge. But the young fellas, Johnson and Richardson, however you pronounce it.
Richardson. Zachary Richardson, yeah.
Yeah, and my man Dyson. Like, y'all got some dogs, man.
But the problem is, in a series, they can't shoot.
Yeah.
When Chico DeBarge off the floor, how we scoring?
You got the unicorn now. You got the unicorn, man. You know?
I gotta see it to believe it, brother.
I'm telling you, man, mark it down. The Hawks are going to finish no worse than 5th this year in the East, man.
Okay, we'll see.
Mark it down.
We'll see. Hopefully they don't go too far. I can be done by May.
Mark it down, man. How Shaq do it? How Shaq be doing?
Yeah, man. That stuff right there, man. You know who needs to be finished, brother, is Shannon Sharp. You know, he dipped in the snow, had to pay that settlement. He thought ESPN was going to bring him back because he settled the case. Nah, we good. That's Disney. And, JC, I think it's what happened, bro. When Stephen A. took his hands off of him and for protection, that was it. He wasn't doing that ever. But I don't think Shannon Sharp saw the play.
Yeah, and you know, it's unfortunate for him because I enjoy him. I think we all do enjoy him on ESPN and, you know, when he was on Fox Sports and everything back in the day. He's going to be all right, though. He's good, you know. But of course, you would know they had an ESPN money to add in all your other money, you know. But between his podcast, Nightcap, and all that, like, he's not going to be hurting for money. But it's definitely a stain, I think, on his career. The fact that, you know, you would let such an ill-advised situation when you should have known better, bro. You know, to mess up your bag like this and mess up your money. So it's definitely not going to be a good look, I think, as far as his reputation per se. But we know he's going to be all right, though, you know.
And that's the only thing he did. The best thing he did, JC, what you said, he has his own production company. That's saving him right now.
That's definitely saving him, man.
If he didn't have his own production company, he would not be where he is right now.
He be doing YouTube with, what's my man, Marcellus Wiley?
Yes.
Yeah, he be doing YouTube shows with him, man.
Oh, yeah, I saw that Clarence Thomas Negro and at the airport in Atlanta, bro. I just shook my head.
Straight up.
I said, you Clarence Thomas looking Negro? Yeah, I told you what you were. You know what you are, sir. I told him what he was to his face. And then today, Gilbert Arenas, another one of the snow bunny hoppers, went down in a gambling scheme.
Gilbert's involved? Okay, so this is breaking news to me. I ain't hear about this.
Gilbert Arenas got arrested today, bro.
Are you serious? How?
In a gambling scheme with some Israelis in the mob, bro.
Yo, man, Gilbert always doing some dumb stuff, man.
Oh, bro, we are live here. I'm gonna say it to you because we are live. I'm gonna say it to my man because we live. But
That's crazy,
he got
man.
taken down today, brother. Like
that's wild, bro.
He got taken down today.
I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like,
because I love his podcast, and I love when he goes on ESPN because I feel like he gives like close to an honest hot take that you can get when it comes to the NBA. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's really good, man, but he just does dumb stuff, and he has a beautiful wife also, man. Like, bro, that girl bad. She French. You know what I'm saying? Like
here we go,
what
bro.
Are you doing?
I said to you, bro. Former star Gilbert Arenas and 5 others, including a suspected Israeli transitional mobster, were arrested today on Dave allegedly operating illegal gambling business inside his house in California.
Big dummy, man.
So he's in trouble. We got Marcus Morris in trouble for
I did see that
in Vegas playing around. Hey, bro, somebody put on Twitter that Stephen A's the police. They all on first take. Now they're in trouble.
Exactly, man. And then the Morris twins is messed up now. Because now the other twin, like, even though he may be innocent, he ain't going to be able to get no work.
No, not at all.
Brother, man. Yeah.
Don't away the bag just because, like, bro, they say he was passing bad checks at the casino.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
I'm like, dang, bro.
Ridiculous,
that's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy, JC. That's crazy, bro. Like, crazy work. These dudes have to be crazy.
Man. Nasty work, bro. Knowing them dudes made, probably 20, 30, 40 million in their careers, man.
Yes. And still doing it.
Maybe even more than that, man. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Let's go to your team, JC, the NFL, the Cowboys. They're doing the dance again, bro, by not trying to pay old boy Michael Parsons. They're taking shots at dude.
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts on your team, man, with him doing this again with y'all star pass rusher?
Same song, different training camp, bro. This goes all the way back to 1993. Emmitt Smith coming off being the leading rusher, coming off a Super Bowl, right? Time for a renegotiation. Jerry Jones wants to play hardball, saying the Cowboys, something to the effect that Emmitt Smith is not a necessity for the Cowboys to win, something like that. Paraphrasing. Start the season, they start 0-2. Jerry calls Emmitt up, they work out a contract, right? It's the same thing happening now, man. Just same song, different player, man. So Micah is going to get paid, right? He's going to get paid. He's one of the best defensive players in the league. He's young. They're going to give him his money. What Jerry likes to do, Jerry likes to win the headlines. He wants everybody talking about the Cowboys, regardless of how good they are, how bad they are. He wants everybody talking about them 365, 24/7. So this is all it is, right? The only difference is it does seem a little bit more personal now than it did with CD last year, than it did with Dak, right? As well. Like there was never any shots thrown. They just always waited to the last minute to get the deal done. So that's why this one feels a little bit different. But I'm hearing that the reason why they're throwing little pot shots is because they don't like what Micah has been saying. Because, Micah has his own podcast and everything, So Micah, he's a free spirit. He's going to say what he wants to say. So that might be the reason why there's been some, shots being fired back and forth. But, man, listen. Once he gets that guaranteed, 40, 50 million, to become the highest paid defensive player in NFL history, everything going to be all right.
JC, do you feel like him being naive and kind of stupid, he should have held out and not showed up?
Yeah, he
he could have
He
got
should have.
more.
He should have. Yeah.
If you because you're on your rookie deal, so
Mm-hmm.
your fines can be waived. Unlike
Mm-hmm.
McLaurin and Hendrickson and the
Right.
Bengals,
Right.
they can waive your fines.
Right.
Why
He
did you
should have.
show up?
I think he was trying to show good faith, right? He
It's
really
business though,
wanted
bro.
to
It's
do it. Yeah.
business. That's why
It's
I'm like, what are you
right.
doing, dude?
Yeah. I would hope if I was his agent, I would definitely tell him, don't you go. You know, you can show good faith all you want, but we're gonna get you this bag, bro. So you be the highest paid. You know, he's gonna end up probably getting what $1 more than TJ Watt. You know, I think it's all said and done, but it's definitely gonna get drawn out. You know, to probably like the
Week one,
start regular season week 1, yeah.
like you did with Dak, the day of the game, give him
an hour before the game, right?
Yeah, bro. So yeah, man, I just thought that out there to you, bro. I sent you this story about a Florida woman who was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with the intent to kill. She reportedly farted loudly in a dollar store and then pulled a knife on the man who complained. That's crazy work, bro. That's diabolical. Now, I've heard people rip one off on the house before, but I just went the other way. I ain't gonna go walk into it, but you just know, bro, in Florida.
Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. Yeah, man. Listen, Florida. I'm never surprised at this point. You know, it used to surprise you back in the day, but it's just commonplace, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And then we got in Orlando, a racist couple tried to threaten to hang a black man for a tree and called him an N-word for knocking on the door, being a sales.
I saw that. The sales guy. Yeah. I saw that, man. I hope everybody finds out where they work at, where they stay at, and they go harass the hell out them folks, man. They need to be fired from whoever their employer is, first off. But yeah, man, it's just and you saw the trauma, the sadness in that young brother's face too, man, knowing that he's just there to do a job. And even if you are racist and don't like black people, there's still a way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just don't even answer the door. Or if you do answer the door, say no, thank you. You know, and just close the door. You know what I'm saying? But all that, see, God don't like ugly. They gonna get theirs.
And last one I got, JC, it has happened up in Marietta in Cobb County. A black man who was an Amazon worker they called the police on him. They said he was in the neighborhood causing a ruckus. He's just delivering packages. He parked his vehicle at the top of the street and was giving out packages rather than stopping and saving gas or what have you. And a Kevin and a Karen couple called the County police on him and saying he was trying to accost him, but doing his job at Amazon delivery driver. So, like, we came and deliver packages without being accosted doing our job. I'm like, why are you in that neighborhood?
Add it to the list, man. You know, driving while black, walking while black, working while black. You know, it's sad, bro. It really is, man. Just the fear of a black planet, the fear that people have when they see us, man, and not knowing it really supposed to be the opposite way around. We're supposed to be scared of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
When we see y'all, man, knowing y'all history, y'all have a history of being violent, not us.
Correct. You know, in some cases, and that's part of our problem, that we're too accepting and too nice to others who don't like us. That's part of our issue now.
Yeah. And that's why I'm glad you brought that up, bro. I know we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
F Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
I'm 10 toes down, man. Like, okay, all right, I'm even cool, boss. I'm even cool with separating Hulk Hogan from the man. What was his name? Terry something?
Terry Bollea.
Yeah. Let's separate the two. Yeah. Hulk Hogan was a hero to millions of kids growing up. Hell, he was one of mine, right? I can separate the man from, you know, the wrestler. But the man himself was a POS. And you know what POS stands for?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He was the worst, bro. Like I already knew he was trash. That situation that happened with his son and the guy, his friend, who got in an accident and died, right?
And his daughter, Brooke,
yeah,
don't deal with him because he told her not to date a black man.
Yeah, that part with the audio and everything, man. That part, and just, you know, how flagrant he was with the use. of the N-word, and he never really ever apologized for it. And then I think one of his last racist accomplishments was he fired a black chick who was one of his beer girls, beer models.
Mm-hmm.
She found out that she was black. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, screw that guy, man. Matter of fact, I lost some friends over that last week, man. Some guys I grew up with, back in the day, man. Because they were posting rest in peace Hulk Hogan and all that. And I just politely, told them who Hulk Hogan really was, man. And,
bro, I'm at a point in my life. We're at a point in our life where who you support determines whether you're racist or not. We're at that point now.
Exactly.
I'm saying if you support the current regime,
you're
not my friend.
You're not my friend, bro. And that's fine. Like, I'd rather you let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where you stand. That way I can remove myself from you, man.
Exactly. That's why I say it. John Gruden. He was at a practice I was at. I didn't talk to him. Said, bro, you said on your little freaking show the right guy's in office. Nah, bro. I didn't say to you, dude. You around all these young black kids you train for the draft. It's how you think about them. You see them only as an asset and something to boost you up. And I told him, no, you can't support that and say you like me or my people. So John Gruden, who I used to respect, but I know who he is, by who he supports.
Know who you are,
I told him
man.
how it was.
We know who you are, dog. Like, I want more of them to come out and show us who they really are, you know?
Yeah. So I'm cool with that. JC, I've said it many times. I am cool cutting you off by who you support. Like, bro, in my neighborhood in Atlanta, it's a white dude living in our neighborhood. He got his Trump flag out and his Confederate flag out. He's trying to say he's not racist. Bro, you can't. Now, my question is, why are you white living in a black neighborhood? What have the people pushed you out from? Why are you walking?
Yeah.
That's my question. Why are you a white dude who's a racist in a black neighborhood? Flying a Trump flag and the Confederate flag in Decatur, Georgia.
Come on now.
Come on. You in DeKalb County, a 90% black county, doing this. And JC, he thinks he owns neighborhood. He'll walk them down the streets to stalk the neighborhood. Like, we come to this property, he ready to call DeKalb County on us.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hey, like, man. You think y'all that privileged? No. We need to start pushing back on these people and rather be scared of them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I don't want to say what I really think about it, but we are made very meek and docile on Sundays. That's all I will say. We've been made very meek and docile at noon on Sundays.
Man, no, you're right. No, you saying something now.
I'm just being real.
You saying something now.
We've been made very meek and docile on Sundays. I said, I can't love somebody who don't love me. Forget that.
I feel the same way about Jerry. You know, like I can separate the team from him. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. Like, and I understand why you don't rock with the Cowboys no more, man. Like, I get it. But as far as with Jerry, we know what time he's on. You know what I'm saying? So, like whatever success comes the Cowboys' way, like in my heart of hearts, man, I don't wish no ill on nobody, but I almost wish it was a situation where Jerry was gone to the upper room, and then the Cowboys have success, man. And
I think the Cowboys may be Slick Curse, bro, on the low.
Yeah, me too. I feel like once that cloud is lifted from them, that Jerry Jones cloud, then we'll see Byron Davis. But then I'm not even sure about that. Cause I think Stephen Jones is a carbon copy.
He's the same thing, bro. They are Trump supporting donors and everything.
Same one. We once had hope about Stephen Jones, right? That maybe it'll be different when he takes over, but it's gonna be the same old thing.
Like I'll give you that. Arthur Blank was a Harrison Biden donor and Clinton donor, but Arthur Blank has some stuff to him too.
Oh, word.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna talk about that next show.
Yeah, Arthur Blank. There's a lot of stuff that would show you where he really stands to. I'll put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't fall for the PR of we donated Morehouse and Clark a field and helmets and jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
He has some ways about him too.
Okay.
So he does his money the right way morally, but he ain't the best person in the world.
I feel you.
People in Atlanta know this. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yes, he do. That's why I was like, I can't rock with people who don't rock with me. That's been my motto. Like you said, when I know where you stand, I remove myself.
Exactly.
That's why Bruce Pearl will be on my show again. I'm MAGA lover.
Yeah.
Nate Oates, Alabama, will never be on my show again. MAGA lover. I ain't talking to them. And they know why. I ain't saying to them personally.
Yeah.
Tell you to your face, I ain't supporting you.
No doubt.
Support. And I don't know why black kids, parents send their kids to Auburn and Alabama, knowing that's how they coach feel about them.
Mm-hmm.
And who they support. We gotta be smarter about that, JC.
We gotta move different.
But too many of us are comfortable and want that conservation of whiteness, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And they love money that much they can't put principle before money. That's why our grandparents, I respect our grandparents so much, because our grandparents stood on principle.
10 toes down.
They didn't go for it because it was money or a quick gain.
Right.
They went with value instead of standing on what's right.
Yeah. And
we've lost that in our generation and then below us, unfortunately.
Exactly. No, you're right. Exactly, bro.
So now we're preaching. It's good today, bro. Well, it's a good show. It's a good show today, brother.
Yes,
I hate they come back in 3 weeks because I got to work so much. But we know 3 weeks show pick up some good stuff, brother.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. This was a good one, man. No
doubt. JC is my boy. JC, follow him on Twitter. Follow him on Instagram. JC926, my guy. His birthday's coming up real soon. But his birthday's coming up real soon. So
man, might make a return trip. Might make a return trip to the A, man.
Let's get it there. Peace up. Anytime. Let's do it, brother.
All right, boss.
I'll see you, bro.
All right, my guy.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.